going to ask questions about several kinds of animals, starting with the giraffe. Do giraffes have short necks?
Do giraffes have short necks?
No, they don't. Giraffes don't have short necks.
No, they don't.
Do giraffes have long necks?
Do giraffes have a long necks?
Yes, that's correct. Giraffes have long necks.
Yes, that's correct.
Do they have wings?
Have long necks. Do they have wings?
No, they don't have wings.
No, they don't have wings.
Does a giraffe have 6 legs?
Does a giraffe have 6 legs?
No, a giraffe doesn't have 6 legs.
No, a giraffe.
Does a giraffe have 3 legs?
6 legs. The giraffe have 3 legs?
No, that's ridiculous. A giraffe doesn't have 3 legs.
No, that's ridiculous.
How many legs does a giraffe have?
A giraffe doesn't have 3 legs. How many legs does a giraffe have?
4. A giraffe have 4 legs.
4. A giraffe have 4 legs.
Does the bird have 4 legs?
Does the bird have 4 legs? Does the bird have 4
No,
legs?
a bird doesn't have 4 legs.
No, a bird.
How many legs does the bird have?
How many legs does the bird have?
A bird has 2 legs.
A bird have 2 legs.
Do birds have wings?
Do birds have wings? Do birds have wings?
Yes, birds have wings.
Yes, birds.
How many wings does the bird have?
How many wings does the bird have?
A bird has 2 wings.
A bird has 2 wings.
Do lions eat vegetables?
Do lions eat vegetables?
No, lions don't eat vegetables.
No, lions don't eat
Do they
vegetables.
eat food?
Do they eat fruit?
No, they don't eat food either.
No, they don't.
What do they eat?
Fruit either. What do they eat?
They eat meat.
They eat meat.
Do they eat fruit or vegetables?
Do they eat fruit or vegetables?
No, they don't eat fruit or vegetables.
No, they don't eat.
What do they eat?
Fruit
They
or
eat
vegetables.
meat.
What do they eat? They eat meat.
Alright, enough with the questions about animals. Now, I'm going to ask questions about 2 people named Matt and Jean. Are Matt and Jean musicians?
Are Matt and Jane musicians?
No, Matt and Jean are definitely not musicians. We
No.
know that because of the clothes that they're wearing.
No, Matt and Jane are definitely not musicians. We know that because the clothes that they are wearing.
Are they taxi drivers?
Are they taxi drivers? Are they
No,
taxi
they aren't
drivers?
taxi drivers.
No, they
What are
aren't
they?
taxi drivers. What are they?
Well, they're doctors.
Well, they're doctors.
Does Matt know Jean?
Does Matt know Jane?
Yes, Matt knows Jean.
Yes, Matt knows
Do Matt
Jane.
and Jean work in different
Yes,
hospitals?
Yes, Matt knows Jane. Do Matt and Jane
No, that's
work
not true. Matt and
different
Jean don't work in different hospitals.
No, Matt
Do they work
and
in the same
Jane
hospital?
Don't work in different hospitals.
Yes, they work in the same hospital.
Do they work in the same hospital? No, yes, they work in the same hospital.
Does Matt know who Jane is?
Does Matt know who Jane is?
Yes, that's correct. Matt knows who Jane is.
Yes, that's correct.
Does Jane know Matt
knows
as well?
who Jane is. Does Matt know?
Yes,
And who
Jane knows Matt as well.
Does Matt know Jane as well? Yes, Matt knows Jane as well.
Do Matt and Jane work in the same place?
Do Matt and Jane work in the same place?
Yes, Matt and Jane work in the same place.
Yes, Matt and Jane
Do they know each
work
other?
in the same place. Do they know each other?
Yes, they know each other.
Yes, they know each other.
According to Jane, is Matt a terrible doctor?
According to Jane, is Matt a terrible doctor?
No, he's not. According to Jane, Matt isn't a terrible doctor.
No, he's not. According to
Jane, is Matt a great doctor?
According to Jane, is Matt a great doctor?
Yes, that's correct. According to Jane, Matt is a great doctor.
Yes, that's correct. According
Does
to
Jane consider Matt a
is
terrible
great
doctor?
Does Jane consider Matt a terrible doctor?
No, Jane doesn't consider Matt a terrible doctor.
No, Jane.
Does Jane consider Matt a great doctor?
Isn't a terrible doctor. Does Jane consider Matt a great doctor?
Yes, that's right. Jane considers Matt a great doctor.
Yes, that's right. Jane considers Matt a
now
great
we're going to also talk
doctor.
about another doctor named Andrew. Does Matt know Andrew?
Does Matt know Andrew?
No, Matt doesn't know Andrew.
No, Matt doesn't
Does Matt know who Andrew is?
Does Matt know who Andrew is?
No, Matt doesn't know who Andrew is.
No, Matt doesn't
What about
know
Jane?
who Andrew
Does
is.
Jane know Andrew?
What about Jane? Does Jane know Andrew?
No, Jane doesn't know Andrew either.
No, Jane doesn't know Andrew either.
Do Jane and Andrew know each other?
Do Jane is
No, Jane and Andrew don't know.
do Jane and Andrew know each other? No, Jane and Andrew don't know each other.
Do Matt and Andrew know each other?
Do Matt and Andrew know each other?
No, Matt and Andrew don't know each other.
No, Matt and
Do
Andrew
Matt
don't
and Jane know each other?
Do Matt and Jane know each other?
Yes, Matt and Jane know each other.
Yes,
They work in the
Matt
same
and
hospital
Jane know
after
each
all.
other. They work in the same hospital after all. After all.
Do Matt and Jane work more than 5 days a week?
Do Matt and Jane work more than five days a week?
Yes, they work more than 5 days a week.
Yes, they work more
Do
than
they work
5
7 days a week?
Do they work more? Do they work 6,
No,
7 days
they
a week?
don't work 7 days a week.
No,
They don't actually work
that
that much.
They don't actually
How
work
many
that
days a
much.
week do they work?
How many days a week do they work?
They work 6 days a week.
They work 6 days a week. They work 6 days a week.
Do they work on Mondays?
Do they work on Mondays?
Yes, they work on Mondays.
Yes, they work on
Do they work on
Mondays.
Saturdays?
Do they work on Saturdays?
Yes, they work on Saturdays.
Yes, they work on Saturdays.
Do they work on Sundays?
Do they work on Sundays?
No, they don't work on Sundays.
No, they don't work on Sundays.
Do they work every day?
Do they work every day?
No, they don't work every day.
No, they don't work every
What
day.
day of the week don't they work?
What day of the week don't they work?
They don't work on Sundays.
They don't work on Sundays.